Hi guys, my name is Nonema Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I want us to talk about Ramsipile's short re-exam. It was less than 10 minutes, guys. Just under 10 minutes, if not even 5 minutes. I'm not sure. I'll double check it for you. And because wow. But what he did, surgical. What he did with that cross re-exam was surgical. He destroyed Sibanda's flat cross-examination. So let's deep dive into what Sibanda tried to achieve, why it backfired, and how Ramsipile's re-exam repaired the record in under 10 minutes. Now, Ramsipile's re-exam was short, cleaned. It was short, but it did three devastating things. It cleaned the record, exposed Sibanda's overreach, and restored Kumalo's evidence back to its original meaning. Whether you like it or not, that is the case. Now, the core angle was that Sibanda tried to turn Kumalo into a witness who supports the state's Nongoma murder case version. But Kumalo's actual evidence remained simple. Nongoma case 163 of 10/2018 was a possession of unlicensed firearm and ammunition, not murder. He was very clear, crystal clear there. And then Ramsipile's brilliance was that he did not waste time arguing. He asked focused questions that forced Kumalo back to the basics: the case number, the charges, the accused linked to that docket, the difference between what the system shows and what the cold case unit claimed. Now, that destroyed Sibanda's cross-examination because Sibanda now appeared to rely on confusion, mixing information received, what someone else said, and what the official docket actually contains. Ramsipile separated those categories cleanly, and there was no coming back for Sibanda from that. Now, the biggest damage to Sibanda was this: if the state wants Nongoma case 163 of 10/2018 to be a murder case, then where is the murder evidence? Where is the deceased person? Where is the post-mortem? Where is the crime scene? Where is the murder witness? Kumalo's evidence did not give Sibanda that foundation. That is why I say it fell flat. He had nothing. No. So now that means there's no deceased person, there's no evidence, there's no arresting officer, there's no crime scene, nix. So if the cold case unit wants to say, actually, Mokgane was busy investigating and is still busy investigating, the question comes, why is Mokgane not handing over that information to Kumalo, who was the IO at the time? And why would the cold case unit investigate a live case that is busy? Because that case arrest was done 2018. From 2018 to 2022, the guy who was a suspect, which is Qoniselane Kumalo, was busy going to court. So why would you call that cold case unit? Who, in fact, told them? Now, these are the questions that are popping out because of their own digging of nonsense. Now, the digging of nonsense, the dagger is coming out with who told you about the case and what was said between whoever was involved in that, and then what led Gininda to go and speak to Kumalo, who is the senior of this Kumalo, who was an investigating officer. How did we get into that? Now, those are the questions that need answers. And also, how did you guys end up calling it a murder with case? How did you get there? Now, these are the things that Sibanda managed to put on record as questions that they were not questions from him per se, but now it's questions that are going to arise. Should there be an inquiry in this case? Abo Gininda, Mokgane, Gininda will be asked about his inquiry regarding the case and everything that prompted him to actually start inquiring about it. And also, it will go to why did you delegate Mokgane, and also what did you find Mokgane? How did you make it a murder case? And while you were busy talking about a murder case, you never mentioned a weapon, you never mentioned ammunition. So how did you mischaracterize everything when it comes to that case. Now, those are the things that are going to come back and backfire and bite them. And Usibanda did not even see that coming. Now, in less than 10 minutes, that's what Ramsipile did to show Usibanda choose a finger, because what you just did here is to put Ugininda into a frying pan, including his entire cold case unit, especially him and Mukhan. Now, those are the things that they will have to answer for. And unfortunately, Usibanda did not even realize that. Wow. Now, that's what happened in less than 10 minutes. Now, Sibanda came to rescue the state case in his view. When he was doing that, he was rescuing the state case version. In fact, the version of the Nongoma case when it comes to the cold case unit and them, Abosiman, because now they did not answer. I mean, they did not ask relevant questions when it comes to who did you speak to in KZN and what was said, all of that, Shende. They did not do that. So if due diligence was not done by NPA, something is wrong there. They are all liable for their own actions, each one. The person who spoke, who dealt with it, and the person who accepted it as gospel truth, all of them, they are liable. Now, when Sibanda came to allege, he came to do what? Rescue the state case pertaining Nongoma case. Instead, what he did was to sink them into a hole. They went down 2,000 miles down. They are under now. They are under. Now, Ramsipile made him look like he had just exposed a hole. Yabona, that Northern Cape hole, Diamond hole, that's what Ramsipile did to the Nongoma case, to the narrative of the state. Now, the other issue that is quite interesting is that to this day, Bongani Ndanzi is still in Kgosimampuru, and everybody in South Africa knows Bongani Ndanzi is in Kgosimampuru, but not even once have Khumalo looked for Bongani Ndanzi for the Nongoma case. Even now, after giving a testimony, he still is not going to go and look for Bongani Ndanzi, because his investigation never yielded any results that have Bongani Ndanzi. Ndanzi was never a suspect in his case. He had nothing to do with Bongani Ndanzi. In today, still, that case will never have anything to do with Bongani Ndanzi. Now, Gininda and Tim must come and tell us, how did you make it a murder case? How did you get to where you are with the case? Make it make sense. And they will fail dismally, I tell you. They will fail dismally to do that. Now, that was the brilliance of Ramsipile. He uyithathile yonke la situation bisenzwa nguwo, uyithathe ikanje into ebisenzwa ngulo. Yabona i-straight line eliphepha wayithi wayilahla phansi. That is what Ramsipile did to a cross-examination ka Sibanda, and there is no coming back. Everything is on record, and Ramsipile was fixing the record, and when he fixed the record, he made sure even the judge cannot come back from that, because he would have to answer if you are forcing, because he is busy forcing this case. If you are forcing it, on what basis are you forcing it? Because according to SEPS, this is how it's done. And when you are busy forcing it, on what basis are you forcing it? Do you see now? Everybody is in problems because everybody wants to do their own thing. So what are your thoughts when it comes to this? How did you feel about Ramsipile and how he handled his re-exam with Khumalo, and the way that he handled Usibanda? Mina, this is what I saw. That was that. uRamza akaqhelwa kaloku sana. So uSibanda noba angatry thina, he's bad when it comes to cross-examination. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he's bad. He's not good at it. Arrogance too much, and then it's costing him shame, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's costing him. And do you guys think that Usibanda noBaloyi will survive Madlanga Commission if, let's say, they get to be called to Madlanga Commission for the Senzo case? Do you honestly believe they will survive it, including Judge Ratta? Especially when it comes to, I don't see them surviving, especially when it comes to procedures and a lot of things there. Imagine uJudge Ratta kubekwe apha izenzo zakhe kwicase yakwaSenzo Meyiwa, kubekwe apha iMadlanga. Would he survive anything when it comes to that, or he's gonna be angry? He will be angry like that, angafuni. What are your thoughts? I just want to hear from you, your views, because wow, Sana. Oh, wow, what a wow. Thank you so much. I'm proud of what I'm sipping at this point. Bye-bye.